Dating 10 out of 10 girls has taught me a ton about female nature. I'm going to be breaking down my most valuable lessons, starting with who the hottest girls actually get with. I was recently in Norway for a month and I traveled there completely by myself. Every single night that I went out, I would try and make friends and get with girls. And one night I talked to this one guy and I saw him over talking to a group of girls, so I went over to join them. And one girl that he was talking to and trying to get with saw me when I came up and said hi, and she instantly grabbed my arm and pulled me over this dude and pushed him away at the same time, and then just sat on my lap and started kissing me. It was one of the easiest intros I've ever done. And the lesson here is that you need to be a certain standard if you want to get with the hottest girls. Now, you don't need to be a 6'2" model. You just need to develop yourself in all the right areas. See, this other dude, his style wasn't the best. He hadn't really taken care of himself too well. He wasn't looking sharp. He was really skinny. And when I came in, I always dress really, really sharp. I wear really nice clothes. I usually wear a blazer, some chino pants, maybe a leather jacket. Whatever I wear, it's always looking really sharp. I clean shave, make sure my hair is done nice. And the way I present myself as a whole, confident body language, smiling, just very savage communication, introducing myself, holding strong eye contact. The way that I am presented and appeared compared to him, and no offense, was much, much better. It was a day and night. And when she saw me come up, she wanted to talk with me. She didn't want to talk to him. And when I said, why'd you push that guy away? She was like, ew, I don't want to talk to him. And then she was already just kissing me instantly, like when I came up and talked to her. That is the difference of how interactions can go when you build your value as a man. And see, this is the thing, is that there's a certain standard, but everyone can reach that standard if they put in the work. I mean, there's some obvious areas that a lot of you guys can think of right now. You have to be in the gym and build your body. You're going to want to level up your style, your appearance, anything that you can do to improve yourself as a man, financial, mental, improving yourself by learning communication, developing skills, developing your confidence, doing anything to improve is going to get you to that standard where you can get the most attractive girls. See, my 19-year-old self wasn't able to do that, but at 22, almost 23 now, it's a day and night situation from the development that I've done. And boys, this is why I built you a high value man guide, teaching you exactly how you can build your value as a man across the board, giving you an organized way to keep track of this and year after year improve, just as I've done. This is the exact system that I've been using, and it's allowed me to become the man I am today. You can grab that for free. It's the first link in the description below. And this next lesson I have seen play out way too many times, including this past weekend at a music festival. So I was there talking to a lot of girls, and I see this one girl who I'd been talking to on Snap, who I added from Tinder about a week prior. So I went and talked to her. We really quickly started hitting it off. It was a great conversation. The vibes were immaculate, and I ended up kissing her. I didn't know this, but there was a guy about 10 feet away who she'd been seeing on and off for the last couple years, and he saw us kiss, and he was obviously real upset with her. So they got into an argument or whatever. I don't know what happened, but I was talking to her, and at that moment, she wanted to kiss me because we were just having such a great time. It was such a vibe, and that's what went down. And what you got to understand, and the lesson here, is that girls are loyal to their emotions only. She didn't care that this guy who she'd been seeing, and she would probably be upset, obviously, as it's very natural to be, that seeing her kiss me was going to make him upset, but she didn't care because she was only loyal to her emotions, and her emotions in that moment wanted to kiss me. And that is the lesson here, is that girls are only loyal to their emotions, so you have to know this, and you have to be prepared to deal with this at any time. And this has not just been me causing the instances. This has also happened to me plenty of times. When I was in Norway, I hit it off with this girl, and I can tell when a girl likes me. I can see it in their eyes. I can see it in their face. She even said that she was nervous around me because I was so attractive and she liked me so much. And then 10 minutes later, this bitch is kissing some other dude. She didn't do it, like, she wasn't the one who initiated it, but some guy leaned in to kiss her. She resisted for a second, but she just went along with it. And I was like, no fucking way. And I can tell when someone likes me. And what didn't upset me was the fact that she kissed this other dude, was the fact that I knew how much she liked me, and she still kissed this other dude anyway. And that goes to prove this point even more, which is that girls are only loyal to their emotions. And this is an essential one that you need to know. Now, this next lesson is one that a lot of guys don't understand or accept. And being someone who's grown up as a shy, introverted kid who didn't have any development, anything to me, I was just a weird, awkward kid with terrible style, skinny, Every bad thing that you could imagine that would make someone unattractive, I had it. And I've also gone to the other side of the spectrum where I've built a very attractive body. I've improved myself as much as I can to looks max. I have great style. I've achieved success in many different realms, sales success, business success. I've bought the Rolex. I've driven the nice cars. And here's the thing that girls really find attractive about men. It is their character traits. These things, these material possessions, the things that you own, the things that you have, they don't really care about. I've talked to enough girls at this point where it is me as a person who wins them over. It is nothing else that is going to do this. And see, here's a good example. This past weekend at the festival, there was this thing where it's like a baseball tournament. It's not actually baseball, it's like the Swedish version. And I wasn't playing, but I'm just going around talking to all these girls. And I'm talking to this one girl who was 25, and at first, she told me this later, she thought that I was just like a pretty face, and I was, I dressed nice and whatever. She thought I was just a pretty face, and then we'd been talking for 45 minutes, and she was like, you are so intelligent, you have so much development for a young guy. I'm 22, she's 25. And it's not the first time this has played out. It's not the first time I've won an older girl over with my mental development. See, it's the things that I talk about and the man that I am and the character traits that I've had to develop, the courage, the confidence, the communication, across the board, this is what allows me to really attract girls at that level. The pretty face and all this stuff can only take you so far. See, that's just good for one night stands, but if you actually want to really attract a girl, I can win over almost any girl. If she's open for it, if she's open for business, I can win her over. And it's because of the development that I have, the character traits that I've developed on my almost 4-year journey at this point. When I was 19, I didn't have a single one of these. I was scared of the world. I was scared to talk to girls. I didn't know how to communicate. I didn't have any real internal confidence. But now, after reading hundreds of books, absorbing that knowledge, applying it, learning so much, taking on sales jobs, starting businesses, having to learn so many sub-skills within each business that's allowed me to succeed. You can see how this list goes on top of just all the solo traveling, real-world experience I've had. This is what has made me so much more attractive to girls, so that you can take the watch away from me. I don't care. I don't need the watch. The nice clothes, it's pretty helpful for attraction, but I don't need them. I can wear something as long as it's appropriate. Like, I can't be going in like raggedy clothes, but if I had at least something, it doesn't matter. I don't need these material objects to succeed. The cars, all that stuff, don't need it. I just need to be myself. I just need to be able to communicate, to interact, to use my verbal and nonverbal communication. And this is what's going to lead to unlimited success with girls. So this needs to be your priority instead of thinking that, once I get rich, I'm going to get girls. It's not going to happen. It's the development that you need to go on and do. And sometimes this is going to be a combination of like the success that you have financially, but not always, because I work with a lot of clients. Some of them, whatever, like tech guys, stuff like that. They might be making good money, $100,000, $200,000 a year, but they haven't had to develop the skills necessary in the career that I've had to take it on with sales and developing my communication, learning people skills, social skills. These are the things that's really allowed me to take this so far. On top of that, I've been developing the entire time, reading, learning, gaining knowledge, trying to learn myself through journaling, meditation. And this is how I've become the best version of myself and develop my character to one that girls find attractive. Now, this last lesson I had to learn the hard way, and this one I learned first with my ex at 19. So I ended up getting into a relationship somehow at 19 years old. It was the most attractive girl that ever talked to me, and I was so anxious, so nervous the entire time. And when I started dating her, I quickly fell off. I didn't know how relationships worked. I didn't know how attraction worked. I got really complacent with the great sex that I was having with this super attractive girl. And all I did was just hang out with her all day, play video games, smoke weed. I did still go to the gym because I loved it, and we did that together, and it was cool. But every other thing that you could think of, there was no good habits going on. It was just kind of degeneracy. And she really quickly lost attraction for me. I was falling off, and this caused her just to start looking for other guys. She was out partying, having fun, And although I don't think she officially cheated, she was kind of always doing something promiscuous. I remember different things going on that like deeply, deeply hurt me. Like one time she was at a party and some guy drew on her ass because her shorts were so high, and he wrote, like, I don't know what he wrote. There was just, he wrote on her ass while she was up on a ladder or something. Different things like that. Like there's, micro cheating things, situations. But she didn't really care about the relationship. She didn't care to keep it going because I fell off. And I was a big person to blame here. I didn't learn this until years, a long time after the relationship. I wasn't able to identify it. But with all the life experience and girls I've been with now, it's very clear that I was a key catalyst that caused this relationship to fail. Not the fact that she was kind of being a hoe and promiscuous. If I was the man that I am now, this relationship would have gone completely different. So the lesson here is that when you start to fall off, girls will lose attraction for you, no matter what stage of a relationship you're in, whether you're in the early stages, whether you've been seeing each other for years. If you fall off as a man, you stop developing, you stop becoming better and the best option in her mind, she will lose attraction for you. And this is a harsh lesson that you have to accept. And once again, boys, this is why it all ties back to being a high value man, developing your value in as many areas as possible. This is going to prevent that from happening. So go ahead and pick up the High Value Man Guide. It's completely free. First link in the description below.